did some things that we felt were necessary. One being getting Carson right back out there. That was the biggest disappointment of not playing Tuesday, was not being able to run him right back out. So we set up another squad and sent him right back out. He threw very well. And got some guys banged up, still waiting to hear. It'll be game time decisions. Questions?
Hey, Coach, curious with the strikeouts. I know that's obviously a concern, but 12 in particular were looking. And as much as you want guys to be swinging and be aggressive early, when it gets to 2 strikes, and you've got to protect the plate, but you also maybe don't get a fastball, you get something you weren't looking for. How challenging is that for these guys just to make sure that they're putting the ball in play?
Well, round object with a round object, you better have the right, mindset. And, we've worked on that. We'll continue to work on it. Again, the more times they're in the arena, if you will, in the batter's box, the better off they'll be. And that's what we got to do. We got to stay the course and continue to stress what we stress and play solid baseball.
Coach, obviously, especially in baseball, 6 games is such a small sample size. How do you balance the need and knowing that you need to get better, but guys don't start pressing or panicking a little bit?
Well, you try to get to the leaders of the club, guys that have been through it. It's seen, great hitters that, whether it's them or whether it's one of their friends, whether it's somebody they played with, just their experiences and how you can compound things because you're thinking, I've got to get a hit. I got to get a hit. And no, you don't. It's to get something, good to hit and put a good swing on it. And, you're always a chinker and a line drive away from feeling great. And that's what we're hoping to kind of jumpstart us.
In looking at Virginia, what has stood out to you about their pitching, especially Vasil and Abbott?
Yeah, they're very versatile staff. They can do a lot of things. They can play matchup. They've got power guys. They've got, guys from low slots. It's going to be a challenge. They can really pitch, and they're kind of scuffling a little bit offensively, but it's in there. And they got some guys that are highly thought of, and our job is to get ahead and dictate the flow of the game, and that's what we're striving to do. 3-pitch mix, all their guys. That's the name of the game, and they've got them. They've got guys that can do it.
Aria.
Meet, I know you've been talking about the lineup and some of the just inconsistency. I know as a coach, you're looking to, you mentioned Reese and Robbie as well. Have you been able to pinpoint just the what's been kind of getting them a little behind and struggling? Because I know those are 2 of the guys that you expect to hit for you, even when the rest of the 7 maybe, getting hot and having hot and cold streaks.
We went back and looked at some stuff with both of those guys. Reese had gotten a little bit too wide with his base, and Robbie was more bent over than he used to be. When you do that, you start looking at it a little bit differently. So we, side by side some stuff when they were really going good in years past, and try to get them exactly how they were in regards to their stance and had success. And you hope that'll get them going.
You mentioned a couple guys being game time decisions. I guess, is Matt Nelson on that list? And who would be the backup catcher if he wasn't available this weekend?
Well, Colton Vincent would be the backup. And yes, he's one of them that will be a game time, as well as Tyler. We're not sure yet with those 2. Everybody else seems to be good.
As far as starting rotation, are you sticking with the same 3 in the same order?
No, we'll go Parker Messick, Bryce Hubbard go on Saturday, and Connor stays on Sunday. The reason, again, is strictly for development for Carson. We've done it so many times in the past, and it's really beneficial for them. Don't wait a week, throw them right back out there, get that taste out of their mouth, and work through a little bit of mechanical, a little bit of mental, whatever it may be. But so again, he threw Tuesday, so he'll be in relief probably Saturday or Sunday, and then we'll figure it out from there. We're just going to go whatever we feel like gives us the best chance to win. Sometimes it's people are more susceptible to left-handers or more susceptible to right-handers, stuff like that. We're not going to be into naming somebody for a midweek start.
Is Elijah game time, or do you think he's kind of turning the corner in terms of his hamstring? And what did you feel about his first weekend back?
Yes, he's fine. He's gone a full week. A lot of running and really kind of pushing it. And I'm not concerned with it anymore. He's not concerned with it. He's not favoring it. And the starting and stopping definitely didn't help him. Again, our game's meant to be played every day when it comes to hitting. And he was a little bit rusty in the outfield because, again, that was one area where he could stand in and hit. He couldn't run, but the defense, he hasn't been out there in a while, and I think it showed a little bit. He's a really good outfielder, and but no, he's full speed.
Meet, with Bryce, you mentioned he'll get to go Saturday. Obviously, different to come out of the pen as opposed to starting. What are you looking for out of him, and what do you hope he can accomplish for you?
Well, the usual 3 pitches for strikes, pound the zone. He's a up-tempo guy, which is what you want to see. When I say up-tempo, guys aren't falling asleep on defense behind you. So he's got to pitch inside to right-handers. He's got to stuff it into lefties. Again, all 3 for right and left-handed hitters. And, get us off to a good start. His strike percentage is a lot higher than it has been in the past. And that was always the issue with him.
Anything else for Coach? Okay.
Thanks, guys.
So that's going to do it for today. I didn't get any player requests.